Hello world, it's Rick again, and today is SSS Beta Day 11. And if you've made it this far, you're more than 1/3 the way through the entire month. And I congratulate you. And I tell you one thing, it's been a tough challenge to do this every single day. But I tried. I missed one. I had to do two in one day because I wasn't feeling up to doing anything that day. But from that day, I've continued and done every day since then. So I think it was like day 7 and 8 that I had to do together. So we've gone 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 days straight. Not too bad. Now today's topic, I decided to go not quite in a different direction because I will be discussing the topic at hand, which was Pokemon Go. But I will also be talking about something else later on. If you've already read the title, you know what it is. If not, you don't have to peek. I'll let you know when it's something what I consider pretty relevant for. So, first things first. Let's talk about Pokemon Go. Now, if you've been under a rock for the last month, probably don't have a clue what Pokemon Go is. Pokemon Go is a game app for iOS and Android. They did have one for a short brief time for Windows, but something happened with it, and it's no longer functional. So Windows fans are still out of luck if you want to play Pokemon Go. Actually, it's just a free-to-play game app with, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're in-app purchases. And it goes along the theme of Pokemon, which is pocket monsters, which was originally dubbed as. And there were games that you played on, for those people not so much old-timers. The Nintendo Game Boy, that was popular on the Nintendo Game Boy, or maybe it was already the Game Boy Color before that came out. At any rate, one of the Nintendo Game Boys, one of the early ones, it was there for that. And it definitely took on a life of its own. It was very popular. They made cartoons out of it. And what it was, in short term, is you'd go out and you would capture a pocket monster and put it in a little sphere. Let me go ahead and show you doing this. You see, this is the little sphere. So you would capture it and put it into the little sphere here. And then you would go to, well, in this case, for Pokemon Go, you go to a gym and you would fight other players with your monster and their monster. And it kind of works out like, what's the best way to say it? Don't die, but you get like where you're disabled in a point where your monster can't do anything for a period of time or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know if that's necessarily what way it works with Pokemon Go, but it's kind of a little competition. And this thing has taken the internet by storm. It was released in July 6th of this year, and so far it's already had 100 million downloads. See on the screen here. Now, Pokemon Go differs from Pokemon that this is an augmented reality game. The best way to explain what augmented reality is, just to show you what it is. Let me go to the picture here. For Pokemon Go, you walk around your area outside in whatever city you're in, and Pokemon will randomly pop up. And your objective is to go to the location of that Pokemon and capture it. Now you may, depending on the size of your city, you may be competing with other people to capture these Pokemon. If you live in a small community, you might not have to worry about it so much, but then you have to worry about it because they pop up randomly everywhere in the world. And there's been issues about them popping up in places they probably shouldn't be popping up in, and people getting in trouble. Remember one person got shot at, or one person shot at people who entered his backyard and looked to chase down a Pokemon, which, I don't know what they're doing to alleviate those kind of issues, but whether it's in somebody's backyard or the middle of a street, well, maybe not the middle of the street. Would hope that they wouldn't do that. Or maybe inside a private building, things like that. And anyway, that's another story altogether. So you go and you go capture it. Then you go and locate a gym, which also is out and about. And part of the point of Pokemon Go is to get people out and exercise. And obviously, if you're out walking, you're getting exercise. But you go to the gym, and then you fight other players. You have your Pokemon fight with other players. Really, that's not the entire game, because there's other aspects to it. But the main aspect of it is to go out, capture a Pokemon, and then perhaps go out and capture another one. You're trying to, I assume some people are trying to capture all the Pokemon they can, different Pokemon, because all the pocket monsters they're different. You may run into multiples of the same type, but there are different monsters. Like in this case, this is a Doduo, sorry, and it's just a two-headed pocket monster, like I said, a Pokemon. But you're out and exercising, which in that aspect, I think that's a great thing that the game is promoting or getting people to get out and walk and exercise and maybe interact with other people around them, because if you're in a densely populated area, you will run into other people that are chasing that same Pokemon. The bad aspect, again, is the whole thing about walking into somebody's backyard to go chase one down. That's not necessarily a good thing. But in a nutshell, that's the game. Like I said, you can go over iOS, and I don't think I need to leave a link, but you go to the App Store or Google Play and type in Pokemon Go, boom, you're going to find it. You can start playing it. It's free to play. Said there are certain in-app purchases, if I'm not mistaken. But no, I'm sorry. This is the thing about being live, folks. Remember, sometimes I forget to point that out, but this is live. I'm doing this off the cuff, completely live, no scripting, completely in the raw. Clothed, but raw as far as no script. And then they get sidetracked by that. But again, that's it. The whole aspect of the game is to go out and catch Pokemon and fight your Pokemons with other players. And that's pretty much all I have to say for it. As far as me playing Pokemon Go, not gonna happen. Not right now, at least. And the reason is I live in Texas, and this time of year, it's either hot or really freaking hot. And today was really freaking hot because it was above 100 degrees, and then it peaked out at 103 today. And even in the mornings, it's in the 80s, and it's just, no, I'm not going to go out. First of all, I'm not really interested in Pokemon Go as a game. I mean, and I don't mean to stir up any controversy. It's just not my thing. But the second reason would be the temperature. maybe in the fall, maybe in sometime in October, I'll pick up the game and I'll do a review for you all on it'll be on my App Central channel, which is a different channel than this. Right now, I'm not doing much in the way of videos there. I'm just posting links to apps for not only Android and iOS, but Windows and Chrome apps as well, and some tech news to go along with that as well. So you might want to check that out. It's App Central. It's just right now, I shouldn't say you want to check that out. I'm not set up to do any kind of, don't think I'm set up to do any video, but you might check. But if you go to App Central on Google Plus, you'll definitely be able to do that. So if you get on Google Plus, type in App Central, and you'll find me. So with that done, let me go on to the second topic of the day that I thought was really a heck of a lot more interesting to me, and that is tonight's Perseid meteor shower. And for those of you who don't know what the Perseid meteor shower is, it's an annual, I guess you could call it an event, where, and the explanation of this, let me go to not going to read it verbatim yet. It's an annual meteor shower, already the most reliable, impressive celestial event, promises an especially good year. Well, see, normally the Perseid meteor shower, which is what it is a broken comet, a comet that's been broken up that the Earth passes through every year. As it orbits, it runs into this comet fragments. And so what happens is it lights up the sky. You see shooting stars all night long. Usually somewhere around 80 to 100 meteor shooting star meteor per hour. So let's say, given that's a little bit over 1.4 a minute, and if you happen to be looking in the right direction, you'll see it. But you don't necessarily have to, because there's so many that happen per hour, and it peaks. Today it peaks on the 12th, but you should start seeing them pop up tonight. Which, if you're in Central Time, it's 9:05 now. There actually might be some out there right now already showing up. I unfortunately am in a place with quite a bit of light pollution, so I might not be able to see any or only a few, but I'm going to go out there as soon as I finish this and give a peek and give a look rather. So it starts tonight and peaks. I mean, the showers go on for maybe 2 or 3 days, but this is the key time. I guess I can close this. This is the key time, where you're going to see most showers. Like what I said before was 80 to 100. Well, this particular year, it's going to be especially large. It's going to be what they call, what did it say in the thing? He said, used a word, an outburst, which normally is 80 to 60. I mean, 80 to 100 is going to be 160 to 200. So looking at close over 3 per minute. So if you just keep scanning the skies, if you're out in an area where there's not a lot of light pollution, you're going to be in for a really spectacular show, to be honest. Let me see if there's anything else that they have to say for it. Oh yeah, okay, let's go into this. I'll give you a little history on this, but I'm going to be reading for it, so I'll be looking over here on the screen. Every Perseid meteor shower is a tiny piece of the comet Swift-Tuttle. Okay? That orbits the sun every 133 years. And I'm getting this all from NPR.org. And you can look up go to npr.org, and I guess you could just search. Yeah, there's a search. Search Perseid meteor shower, and you can see the full article that I'm taking the information from. See, each swing through the inner planets, it's saying, can leave trillions of small particles in its wake. Even in little chunks, real. They're not going to be big rocks, although there's a possibility, obviously, that some of the meteor showers will, or rather, some of the particles will make it through the atmosphere, but it's not very likely since they're so small. They just burn up in the atmosphere, and so that's when you see the streak of it going across the sky as it burns up. Specks of the comet hit the Earth's atmosphere and disintegrate in flashes of light. And these meteors are called Perseids. So if you're out tonight, you get a chance to get away from the city into an area where there's not a lot of light pollution, go take a drive and lay on your hood and look up, and they'll be there. It's one of these astronomical phenomena that happen. This case, the Perseid. There's several meteor showers. There's the Perseids. There's your Geminoids, and a couple of others. But the Perseid is always considered the best one, where you'll see the most comet fragments and shooting stars, the meteors. So. But again, tonight is the night. So if you're considering doing it and thinking, man, maybe I can go tomorrow, it's not going to be near spectacular, and this is your best chance. This is your best chance to do it. And I don't know when they said what time. They don't have to give a specific time, but it's usually in the past. It's been somewhere between like really late, like 11 to 12, all the way to maybe 2 or 3 in the morning on which will be Friday. But that's your best opportunity. So you don't have to work tomorrow, or you really would like to see a meteor shower, hop in your car, find a nice dark spot, sit on your hood, lay on your hood and look up. And on that note, this is the end of Vita Day 6 vlog. Day 6, I'm sorry. Vita Day 11 vlog. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe. I'll have more videos. I've got 20 more videos this month to put out. So keep an eye out, and we will see you next time.